We'll begin prayers on page 6.
Yeah. Set up good motivation, yeah.
To the Buddha, Dharma, and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. Page 11. May all sentient beings achieve extraordinary superior happiness. May all sentient beings be free from the unbearable sea of suffering. May all sentient beings never be parted from the bliss of supreme liberation. May all sentient beings be free of all bias, attachment, and anger to near ones, and aversion to others. Page 12, seven-limb prayer. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actually offered and mentally transformed. I confess all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until samsara ends, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of others and myself to the great enlightenment. Page 15.
Yeah.
Heart Sutra mantra.
Yeah.
Tayata Om Gate Gate Para Gate Para Samgate Bodhi Soha. Tayata Om Gate Gate Para Gate Para Samgate Bodhi Soha. Tayata Om Gate Gate Para Gate Para Samgate Bodhi Soha. Page 26. Short mandala. Omahong, Omahong, Omahong. This ground, anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, four continents, sun and moon, I offer in visualization as field of Buddhas. May all sentient beings thus enjoy this pure land. Idam Guru Rana Mandala Kam Nayata Yami.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, today we are starting on a new topic, yeah? Okay. Yeah, this teaching is very important, very powerful to encourage, to practice Dharma, to promote the quality of Dharma, to promote love and compassion, to change the behavior, so on and so forth, very important. Yeah, this teaching. We usually, Nine-Piont death meditation, Actually, somebody suggested to me about some specific. This is not exactly the right topic, but next week I will teach. This is the 8th stage of dissolution. 8 stages of dissolution. What we will have experienced physically, mentally when we are dying, when we get in the hospice. In the hospice, what is happening. This is next Sunday. Okay. Today I will teach this about non-meditation. This is also very, very important. This teaching. Actually, this non-bound meditation teaching actually comes from Lama Tsongkhapa Lamrim teaching. Yeah, Lama Tsongkhapa mentioned it about this non-bound meditation, and the commentary of his Lamrim teaching Pabonga Rinpoche, liberation palm in your hands. Also, he taught detail about this. Yeah, it seems to take from this part from that teaching. Yeah, this text. Yeah, yeah. This is introduced as the source of this teaching. You know, non-bound meditation. Yeah. And important thing is, you know, most important thing is that is just regular. You know, we cannot change it. Nobody can change. Yeah, that death. The bond is what is happening after death. This is the bond, yeah? What is happening after death. Just like the crash car just close house. Yeah, like that, or it's different, yeah? We die, you know? It's very different, yeah? Before we believe to the Buddha's teaching, we just follow to the Buddha teaching. He found the next love, previous love, yeah? By his knowledge, you know, the understanding, you know, he enlightened, you know. He see, you know, previous love, next love. Then he taught, we follow, not investigating, you know, no exam, you know, just follow, you know. He taught next love, previous love, you know. Modern time, some people doesn't believe, yeah, next love, just only this love, you know. Also the non-Buddhist, you know, many non-Buddhist philosophers doesn't believe, you know. The important, we have to make conviction next love, you know. This is very important, you know, to understand, you know, next love. After death, continuously happening something, you know. Also it's important, you know, mind and body is different, you know, separate. Mind is not the brain function, you know. The brain function cooperated to the mind, you know. This is something happening, you know. The mind is different from the brain, you know, cell, you know, brain, neurology, yeah. This we have to understand, you know. This is the main purpose why we practice Dharma, you know. Next love, previous love, you know. Then today, there are many proof, you know. If there are, somebody says no next love, somebody says there is next love, then compare the background, you know, the reasoning, you know, that these people who believe next love, more things, you know, to prove, you know, next love, you know, because somebody remember previous love, yeah. Somebody remember clearly previous love, yeah? Also somebody in the hospital before dying, mind is separate from the body, you know? Yeah, mind goes somewhere else, then watch to the body, you know? Experience, you know? That's proof, you know, mind is different from the body, you know? Then also this modern, that's also the great many neurology scientist. Something very interesting. When we are dying, you know, there are clarity state. Brain function ceased, blood circulation ceased, breathing stopped, but the body remains fresh. Yeah, body remains fresh without decay. No, this is a this is one big proof. You know, proof. You know, mind is different from body. Yeah. Therefore, actually many great master always says, as we are preparing for next lab, this lab, you know, after we retire, after we are accumulating money, you know, money, you know, when we are working before retire, you know. After I retired, I will be more happy. I have take rest. I have moved to some better place, you know. As we are doing like that, you know. Yes, similarly, we should prepare for next life. Same time, you know. Not only prepare for after retire, you know. Also, we should prepare for after death. Sometimes, at least if you one day, you know, if you could recite the 100 mantra, this you can bring, you know, with you, you know, and after death, you know. But how much if you could accumulate money, you can use it help you, you know, after you are retired, you know. But it will not help, you know, after death, you know. Therefore, same time, both we have prepare for both, yeah, after retire and also after death, yeah. This is very then clever. Therefore, this is the no prepare for death, okay? For death, after death, you know, this practice, you know. Yeah. If we can do some practice, you know, Dharma, it is something good imprint. The mind is something, you know, the energy or something, you know, influence the mind, you know, to imprint, you know, to the mind, you know. It goes with the mind, you know. If something imprints something negative, or it goes with the mind, you know. Therefore, we try to imprint positive imprint, you know, put something positive imprint, you know. It will help after death. It will help after death to find better destination, you know. If we can enlighten, if we could enlighten in this life, it's okay, you know. This is very difficult, you know. We have to practice, you know, love by love, you know, after love, you know. Therefore, important, you know, first to find again like this love, you know, human, yeah. Yeah. Therefore, this is why we have practiced Dharma. Then here, actually, you try to remember, you know, non-bond means we usually say that three root bonds, you know. Each root has 3 branches, you know, and total are 9 bonds, you know. First, death is certain, okay. Death is certain, you know. Death is certain. This is the existence, yeah. This is a phenomena, you know, not the concept, yeah, not just concept, yeah. Death is sudden, yeah. Everybody know, yeah. Death is sudden. Death is definite. Then Lama Tsongkhapa, that yeah, the Lamarin teaching also says that because of that, they has given 3 bonds, you know. Because death is sudden, because here there is no power in the universe to stop death. Yeah? There's no power to stop death. How much you have magical power, you can fly in the sky, you can go into the ocean, you know, you can stay the high mountain for a long time, you know, but you cannot stop death, yeah? You cannot run away from death, yeah? This is death is sudden. Then this is one, yeah. Then we cannot add, we cannot extend life. Moment by moment, decreasing the lifespan, moment by moment. Sometimes this is very helpful, If you from now, if you stay 50 years, 50 years, how many hours we can calculate, yeah? Somebody can tell how many, according to 50 years, how many hours we can live? This is
1,262
hours, yeah? Then how many minutes?
1 million,
How many seconds?
65.7 million.
Then when the watch is running, yeah, this is we are closer to the death, yeah. Yeah, like that, Then really, time is very precious, yeah, valuable, yeah. 1 minute, yeah. Therefore, love is certain, death is certain. Should we read here together first, this first paragraph and second paragraph, third paragraph, yeah, we read together. Do you have our, yeah. Yeah, read, please.
Every person born has to die, including Dharma.
This is one reason. Death is certain. Because death is certain because this is one, yeah. Then second branch, here, you read, This is death is certain because, yeah. Then third, here. If we live here 75 years, yeah, we read here.
The free time I have left in my life to study and practice the spiritual teachings is extremely limited. If we live for 75 years, 1/3 is spent sleeping. The rest is spent working, eating, quarreling, shopping, traveling, watching phone and computer screens, and so on. Very little time is spent actually practicing the spiritual teachings. When we are young, we put off our practice till later. When we are middle-aged, we are too distracted by other things, busy with our career and our family. When we are old, we look back with regret that we didn't practice.
Yeah, this is really happening in our life, yeah. Then make one resolution here, 3 resolution, yeah. Then resolution here.
Because death is certain, I'm going to make this promise to myself. I resolve to study and practice the spiritual teachings while I am still alive.
Yeah. That's the first resolution. Resolution means when we understand death is certain, then we have to decide. We have to promise to practice Dharma. This is first resolution, yeah. But first root, then first 3 branches, okay, practice, and the first resolution, yeah, this, yeah. Then here, second root, term of death is uncertain, indefinite, Yeah, here's indefinite, then really indefinite. Sometimes we say, many master, grandmaster says, we don't know, you are tomorrow coming past or you are next life coming past. Nobody can say, in the Syracuse, maybe one will die tonight, yeah? Thinking we are planning to wake up tomorrow, but cannot wake up tomorrow, yeah? Next life come past before tomorrow, yeah? Many people, happening like that, situation, yeah? Then also, we cannot, it's no guarantee, time of inside, we cannot say, I'm healthy. Sometimes I'm very healthy, I don't have any problem physically, Every normal, when check to the doctor, everything normal, say, yeah. But sometimes suddenly die, Many happen like that, Like we cannot say car accident, Or sometimes this is actually here, we Tibetans say, somebody very healthy, today's very healthy, talking, eating, walking, and tonight on the bed died, We say, Tibetan people say, oh, this person was hit from the heaven. He was hit from heaven. Actually, now later I understand that he's not hit, by heaven, but it's the heart attack, yeah? Actually, yeah. Like that. Sometimes doctor died before his patient, yeah? Yeah, this is the time of the uncertain. Yeah, we read this, again, yeah, this is very good. We use this text. Yeah, here, from here. The time of death is most uncertain. Life in our,
Realm and time is uncertain.
yeah, our,
Our lifespan is not fixed. At this moment, we are not at some magical age when no one dies. We could die in the next moment. Age is no guarantee. Children often die before their parents. Health is no guarantee. A healthy person can die before a sick one. Future plans are no guarantee. We can die before we complete our work.
yeah, this is one branch. That time of death is uncertain, yeah, because, this, Then second, here branch. That will not, that kill us more many. That thing keep us alive are few, here say.
External conditions like accidents, natural disasters, etc., and internal conditions like illness and so on can kill us. Even those things that normally sustain life can become the conditions for death. Food, house, and medicine. King Farouk II choked to death on his dinner. Many people who die start a normal day, doing normal things, not expecting to die.
Yeah, I don't know this story. King Farouk II choked to death on his dinner. Do you know somebody? I don't know. Yeah.
I know somebody that choked to death on a chicken bone and died.
I see. Okay, the here list, some the cause of death, disease, old age, murder, war, terrorism, fire, flood, tempest, lighting, dangerous animals, spirit beings, suicide, starvation. Yeah. Time of death is uncertain, because some here says teaching says this is it's already mentioned in Lamrim teaching. They have taken from Lamrim teaching these things, Yeah. The cause of death is more than cause of survive, yeah? Yeah, sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes the cause of survive turned to the condition of the die, like the overeat, You overeat or drink, so, yeah? Medication, drug, house collapsing, We build house for survival, Sometimes house collapsing, kill people, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Then this is third. This is the third branch. Yeah, third point of the meditation. Second root. In general, the body is extremely fragile. This is time. Time of death is uncertain because body is very fragile. Our body is very fragile. Our love is very weak. Then here's a read. That's second. Second, what is the second resolution? Second resolution. Yeah. Now, first we read this. Yeah. In general, the body is extremely fragile. Since huge tree,
Forests and even
mountain,
planets
is
destroyed.
destroyed.
No
One
wonder
of
our
our
frail bodies will not last long.
at the end of this world system, the sun will get that out of the all and it will burn. Yeah. Very fragile our body. When we know, but we look this list, we look this, suddenly to the body, we don't know. We look precisely, inside, heart beating, lungs, liver, kidney, look detailed, very fragile, very fragile. Breathing, breathing out cannot take. Breathing out, cannot take breathing in. That is death. Very easy. Very easy to die, not to be this. Then here, that resolution, what do we have to make resolution, by the meditating this,
Resolution, because the time of my death is uncertain, I will stop sacrificing my life to worldly concerns and immediately start studying and practicing the spiritual teachings. I must not postpone my practice day after day because something more important crosses up.
Yeah. The second dissolution means, the first dissolution we have to promise, we have to decide it to practice Dharma, The second dissolution is I have to practice right now, not postpone, because time of death is not uncertain. Sometimes says, I will practice Dharma after I retire. Many people think like that, We don't know these people have time, opportunity, to take retire, We don't know. People maybe death come before retire. Therefore, practice right now. Since now we should begin, practice Dharma. Says second dissolution. Yeah. Then second dissolution. Then third root bond. Third root bond meditation and the three branches. It has also three branches. The only my mental and spiritual quality will have at the time of death. No me or possession can help me.
Naked and empty-handed we leave this life. A king and a beggar experience death in a similar way. Thus, wealth cannot help. At the time of death, my attachment to wealth and possessions will not help. In fact, it will obstruct and cause problems. Most of us have
no idea how much attachment we have to things, ideas, concepts. We will only find out that.
at the time of death. Lama Zopa Rinpoche said that the amount of pain you experience at death depends on the amount of attachment you have and the negative karma you created.
That actually says, the nothing, will help at the time of death, exception Dharma, say, because possession, the property will not help at the time of death. The friends, family, relatives will not help at the time of death. Even our most cherished body will not help at the time of death. Therefore, only Dharma can help. Therefore, also the Dharma which not affected by worldly concern will help. The dharma which affected by worldly concern also will not help at the time of death. Therefore, these third dissolutions have to practice quality dharma, practice, properly, practice dharma properly, which is not affected by worldly concern, Yeah, this is the third dissolution. If sometimes, sometimes the practice affected by worldly concern or some the wrong, worldly concern means the wrong motivation, wrong intention, is affected by wrong intention, the negative motivation, then even dharma will not help, Therefore, improve the quality of practice. This is second, the third dissolution. We have to improve the quality of our practice. Quality of how we improve the quality of our practice means by the motivation, We don't. We should not practice dharma to make the name, fame, to property, to make friends, to collect, people, This is the wrong motivation, to get some money or like that, so on and so forth, If we practice dharma, this is the unaffected by worldly concern. It will not help at the time of death. Just like the property or possession, money, only help this life, while we are alive, Therefore, it is very important to improve the quality of the practices. Third resolution here. Then here say, we read this first. Family and friends, we are not read, We read this.
Near and dear ones often give rise to attachment and pain. We don't want to separate from them and hang on, but they can't help us. No one can share our experience of death. Death is experienced by ourselves alone. We must let go of everything.
Not even next.
Not
Even my own body cannot help me at the time of death.
Our body, which we cared for and pampered so much, is helpless. It fails us. Despite all the love and attention we give our body, our hair, our teeth, and so forth, it is of no help at the time of death. What will help at the time of death is a calm, peaceful mind, imbued with virtues, such as feeling grateful for the kindness of your carer.
Then last resolution here. Because
Thus only my mental and spiritual qualities will help me at the time of death. I will devote myself not just to studying and practicing the spiritual teachings, not just to starting immediately, but also to doing it as well and as securely as I can.
this is the very very encourage teaching. To encourage, to practice dharma. Very powerful teaching to encourage, to practice dharma. First, we usually, when you want to the meditation about impermanent, you use this, text. Very good. First, you should remember the three root bonds, Death is certain. You should think. Because you should think. No power can stop death. How much you have money, you cannot breathe, from death, How much you have powerful, magical power, you cannot run away from death, This is thing, Oh, death is certain, Then lifespan is minute by minute, second by second lifespan, decreasing, never increase, decreasing. Therefore, death is certain. Yeah? Well, I cannot to practice dharma, I spend more time, for the worldly things, This is things, Then I have to promise to practice Dharma. This is, then time, then time of death is uncertain. Time of death is uncertain. Actually, no guarantee lifespan of in the southern continent people, especially degenerate time. This is the degenerate time, The lifespan is not uncertain, Yeah, like that, Then we cannot add, lifespan, this is one thing, Then body is very fragile, This is one thing, Our body is very fragile, Very weak. Therefore, time is uncertain. Time of death is uncertain. Therefore, many children die before parents. Many patients die before doctor. This is the time of death is uncertain, things like that, Oh, then now I am not guaranteed to. Tomorrow in next life coming past, I don't know which is coming past, tomorrow coming past or next life coming past. Oh, I have to practice Dharma right now, If I die tomorrow, I have no time to practice Dharma, Therefore decide right now practice, decide to practice Dharma right now. Then position will not help at the time of death. Friend will not help at death. Family will not help at the death. Time of death. Only good quality Dharma practice will help, Therefore, I should practice Dharma properly. I should improve quality of my practice, Think like that. If you want to meditate about impermanent, you should think about these things. Then best meditation of impermanent. Then we usually say, then meditate. Meditate aspect of death. Then relate to it. Experience what experience we'll have when we are dying, physically, mentally. This is come, Then this is related to the Vajrayana teaching, especially generating stage. Generating stage, we know more about the condition of the body. What is energy working, nerve system working, red kundali, what kundali, how they work, What is actually that means dissolution of 25 gross elements. That means 25 gross elements, dissolution of 25 gross elements. Elements, 5 aggregates, 5 aggregates. Form, feeling, discriminate, compositional factor, and consciousness. We call 5 aggregates. Aggregate of form, aggregate of feeling, aggregate of discrimination, aggregate of compositional factor, aggregate of consciousness. We call 5 aggregates. Then 4 great elements: earth elements, water elements, fire elements, wind elements. Okay? First we should know these 5 gross elements, Then 6 senses: eye senses, air sense, smell sense, nose sense, tongue sense, body sense, mental sense. These 6 senses. Then 5 objects: one's own body, one's own sound, form, sound, smell, taste, touch. How many? Counted? 20? 20 from 25. Then primal awareness in basic. Mirror-like awareness. Mirror, mirror-like awareness. Primal awareness of the equality. Primal awareness of discrimination. Primal awareness of accomplishment. Primal awareness of the suchness. This is the way you should go. Primal awareness in basic. These are the 25 gross elements. Then there are 8 stages of dissolution. On the first stage of dissolution, what kind of element will dissolve? What kind of experience you will have mentally, physically, This is the real. This is the. This phenomena, this existence will happen to you when you are dying. Since now, meditate about this dissolution, you habituate with this, familiarize with this, Then when you are dying time, when you're hospice, when you are staying in hospice, they will coming gradually. Then you try to recognize, them. Oh, now I am reaching this stage. Now I am reaching this stage, Then finally, when you reach the clear-light state, then you use this clear-light state, At that moment, then you say, oh, now I'm state in the clear-light. Then if you remember some emptiness of Buddhajita, then your next life guarantee you can be born very good destination. Okay? That in the first group, this is the, that 25 grasp on the first stage, what kind of elements dissolve? On the first stage, we say the earth element dissolve into the water element. Earth element dissolve into the water element. At the same time, 4 other elements dissolve on the same stage, of dissolution. From 5 aggregates of form dissolve. From 6 senses, eye sense dissolve. From 5 objects, one's own form dissolve. From 5 awareness, from 5 primal awareness, the mirror-like awareness dissolve there. As external sun, you will have experience. Your body become very weak. Sometimes you feel you are taking underground, feel like that, You cannot open your eyes properly. Your vision is very weak, cannot see clearly. If you are come some friend up, just close you cannot see clearly, Yeah, this is external sun. People know around you, Internal sun, you only know just the shimmering mirage. Shimmering mirage, Yeah, shimmering mirage like in the sand valley, the sunlight reflect, Then when we look from far away, we see there's water, yeah? Looks like water, yeah? Yeah, this experience you will have, This is since now we practice, try to image, fabricate artificial image, try to since now. When dying time it will come, you can recognize. Oh, now this sun will come in. This is very important, This is very important, This related to the Vajrayana teaching, taking the death as part to the wisdom body. According to the generating stage, this related to the taking, death to birth, as part to the Dharmakaya or wisdom body. Yeah, this stage gradually, the 8 steps. Then next Sunday we will hear detail, more this 8 full 8 stage, one by one what experience all this. This is very important, You don't know one person you never have seen before, You never have seen before somebody, you have to meet him somewhere else in the near city, If you use his picture, open here, you have seen his picture. When you meet him, you can recognize, yeah? If you use his picture, here, right, look, open picture, When you see him in the near city, or this is this person, because you use his picture, similar. Since now, try to image this shimmering mirage when earth element dissolves to the water element. Yeah. Try. When earth element dissolves to the water element, you try to image the shimmering mirage. Is it easy or difficult to have? I'm practice 2 times every day with the related Yametaga practice, also Guhyasamaja practice, According to the Guhyasamaja practice, we visualize 32 deities, 32 deities dissolve, different sign, dissolution, Yeah. This teaching is very scientific, not concept. According to the situation of our body, then Buddha teach the path, how to use the, basically, fundamentally what we have. We use into the path. Then you can find the resolution, the Buddhahood, Actually, Dharma means like our life situation, like the Big Bang, same, like Big Bang. Big Bang, yeah? Big Bang, yeah? Like that, that now exploded this body. Then now it loses the temperature, the exhaust, the energy. Yeah, everything go back into the heart chakra. Heat, kundali, wind, everything go back in here. That is the death. Then next line start again. This is born, yeah. Yeah. On the first stage, external, for external signs, one internal signs, you remember. For external signs not so important, but internal signs very, very important. This is how you have to, catch when you are dying, Then no fear, Oh, here. Then now I have opportunity. On the last, when you reach on the last stage, this is last stage, The last stage, the most subtle mind manifest. Most subtle energy, most subtle mind manifest. It goes to the Buddhahood. It becomes Buddha's mind and Buddha's body. In the last stage, it for short term, if you can stay for 1 month, it looks like very peaceful. You are very peaceful, You looks like the born in the nirvana. All topal dissolved already. The gross mind, gross energy dissolved already. All of this make us. Now we have problem. Many mentally, physical. This is the gross element make us the problem. The gross element dissolved, then there's no longer topal maker. Very peaceful,
Is that after the body's passed, you're in that state?
Yeah. There are many. When you reach the 4th stage, you cease your breathing. You cease the heart beating, blood circulation, brain function. All of these stopped on the 4th stage. of dissolution. Doctors clinically say this person is dead. According to Buddha's teachings, not already dead. Again, the 4 steps processing. Red ink, white appearance, red increase in black obtaining in cloud stage. No? Again, 4 more steps have to travel, Then stay there in the cloud state. Then if you can remember people understand emptiness, people actualize emptiness, at that moment time that they use the subtle mind actualize emptiness, the wind of the subtle mind become then illusory body, arise illusory body. Then not going the next samsara life. Very close to the enlightened. If you can use the subtle mind. Now we cannot use subtle mind, only use the gross mind, always gross mind. Very gross mind. Vajrayana teaching is the technique to how to use the subtle energy, subtle mind, Yeah. This is then taking the intermediate stage as part of as sambhogakaya, the bond, taking the bond, rebirth, taking as part to rupakaya, nirvana kaya, like that practice, Yeah, it's come. Okay. This is we will discuss next and more detail, going to then how to reverse, rebirth, going how to die, how to take rebirth, how intermediate state, come back to, yan bong. Very good. Yeah, now today this is first 3 root bond, non-branches bond. This is very also good. This is Sudra, Sudra teaching, This is common teaching. This is the common teaching.
Can the subtle mind be experienced in meditation?
Yeah, now we cannot. The very few occasion or few opportunity to use subtle mind. When a dying time, we have one opportunity to use subtle mind. Also, you have practice generating stage, complete stage, the practice, the deity practice, At that time, if you can dissolve or into central channel, that is one opportunity to use the subtle mind. Or one other. Also, swanning, we say swanning. We say le in Tibetan. In English, say what is the swanning? Yawning. Or at the yawning moment, also the subtle mind come out.
And also the moment between sleep, waking, dreaming.
Then,
Also come out.
sleeping. Then also the concert. This is one, because in higher standard teaching, the concert deity, that is the one technique, one opportunity to come out.
You said consort practice?
Deity, That moment, this is why deity concert, in the highest yoga. At that moment, come out. But this is actually high realization is good. High practitioner, high grade yogi, that's good. Ordinary practitioner is no good. No good. It cannot qualify. Therefore, now we have to right now, practice, image. Then the dying time, if we can catch the moment, the opportunity, if we catch the moment. If you cannot enlighten, but guarantee, many great masters says, guarantee you will find very good next life. Especially, sometimes, if you are practicing, metta practitioner, Gyasamaja practitioner using this, if you remember the dying time, to catch this opportunity, you will be born a great yogi as a practitioner of Gyasamaja or Yamentaga. Say like that. Many, Okay. No, 5 minutes question. Today, then we will detail meditation. The stage of dissolution. Okay. Next. Today is cannot finish. No question.
How to help somebody else who is not. What can we do for someone who is in a bad mental state, clearly soon dying? What can we do for that person? Is there anything we can do for someone else? I was wondering, in the Catholic tradition, we can pray for someone who's. What can we do for someone else who we watch in this state?
Is it believer? Someone is believer, it's easy, to help him, Believer. Believer. According to believer, yes, as usually, sometimes His Holiness Dalai Lama says to a lot of people, when you are dying time, you watch my picture. You remember my face. This is one thing, to help the person, If he believed the Buddha Shakyamuni, you tell about legacy of Buddha Shakyamuni, or sometimes you show the picture of Buddha Shakyamuni, if he can see, Also, usually some chanting, nice chanting, about his side, recording chanting, nice, this is way to help him, because it's important to remind him something virtual thoughts, to remember, something virtual thought, this is very important, If can remember something virtual, or if he something rejoiced, what he did something good, that is the virtual, then definitely we will born good rebirth. That's the thing, to can help him, or her. Okay. Oh,
Are you going to refer to this again next week, or are we done with this?
this finish.
Okay, if people want to take some
This is very good. Take home if you like to meditate on impermanent, non-bonding. This very good text. Really, First you should think the 3 root bonds, then 9 branches. Each root has 3 branches. That is certain because that term of that is uncertain because. This is thinking. Very good. Good meditation.
So this week we will get another hangout about the 5 active days.
we can make a chart.
The point.
Oh, very good. Because I don't have English translation. Only Tibetan.
We'll make a chart.
Yeah. If you know, 6 senses, 4 great elements, 5 objects, 5 primal awareness.
Oh, you have one? Oh, great. Okay, maybe you can make copies.
Then we first stage, what kind of things dissolve, what kind of elements will dissolve. Second stage, what kind of element dissolve. Second, Then very good. Then if you have time, sometimes you morning, sometimes evening time. If you have time, you meditate on this, image. Then very good. Then later practice Guya Samaja 32 Dedi. Then visualize here, dissolve, then it's very helpful. It helps you. Okay. Yeah.
Dedication, page 38. Due to this merit, may I soon attain the enlightened state of Guru Buddha, that I may be able to liberate all sentient beings from their sufferings. May the precious body-mind not yet born arise and grow. May that born have no decline but increase forevermore. Page 55.
Yeah, 55.
Om Swasti, like the countless light rays that radiate from the ruby mountain, exquisite Amitayu's Lord of everlasting life, who captivates and one does not tire of seeing, whose essence is of infinite life, the nectar of immortality. Please instantly grant our Guru the city of stable and everlasting life. You are intelligent and skillful in upholding the traditions of Buddha, spreading the holy Dharma through explanations and practices, in order to lead disciples onto the path to liberation. You are the one who is an unequal guide. Please live a long and stable life. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to enjoy excellent health. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to live a long life. I request respectfully, my precious and holy Guru, that your Dharma activities spread and flourish far and wide. I request respectfully, my precious and holy Guru, to bless me to be never separated from you. In all my future rebirths, may I never be separated from my perfect Guru. May I enjoy the magnificent Dharma. By completing the qualities of the stages and path, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara.
Om Guru Vajramuni Sasana Muguni Soha. 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 Wow. 40, yeah?
Page 40. Make me the way to change and raise make him be one go jump yang ganji ke be zu gen zong ga lo zang drag be jala zo Sato Samaya Manupalaya Menza Sato Denova Dedo Mebawa Sudo Kayo Mebawa Subo Kayo Mebawa Anurado Mebawa Zawazade Mebraya Kama Susame Zidam Hriyam Guru Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Benza Mame Maza Benza Bhava Maha Samaya Sato Ahu